Greetings, true believers, and welcome to another cosmic episode of History of the Marvel Universe. Today's tale begins on the richly advanced alien utopia of Zenn-La. The Zenn-Lavians of generations past had long since abolished war, disease, and all manner of societal ills. While their world was seemingly perfect, the descendants of those who worked so hard to build it became complacent. They no longer had a taste for adventure or scientific exploration, and instead delved into hedonism. However, there was one man who, due to his unique upbringing, felt restless in this perfect world. This man was named Norrin Radd, and he longed to see more, to do more, to learn and experience the universe beyond his perfect planet. Norrin's past was uniquely tragic on Zenn-La, for when he was merely a child he lost his mother to suicide. As was Zenn-La's custom, the grieving child was paired with a playmate, a girl named Shala, although Norrin was initially uninterested in his new friend. He was raised solely by his scientifically minded father, Norrin Radd. Norrin instilled in Norrin a passion for science and discovery, but little else, which left Norrin as grimly dissatisfied with life on Zenn-La as his father. Norrin's dissatisfaction seemingly festered into depression, and after being accused of idea theft and disgraced by the scientific community, Norrin Radd also took his own life. This left Norrin despondent, but through it all, Shala was there to support him. In adulthood, Norrin and Shala grew closer, but even their love was not enough to calm Norrin's troubled heart. Then, one fateful day, an alarm call rang out across Zenn-La as an unknown invader approached aboard a large spherical craft. The Zenn-Lavian scientists detected immeasurable energies within the sphere and determined the danger was too great to allow. They fired their weapons attempting to destroy the invader, but the approaching sphere avoided the attack and was unaffected. For the first time in untold generations, panic and fear spread across the streets of their utopian cities as the alien craft blotted out the sun. As chaos and destruction spread, Norrin Radd came upon a member of the Council of Scientists. Radd had the scientist quickly construct a ship for him to confront the invader. The small lone vehicle blasted off and approached the titanic sphere. The small craft was brought aboard in abject silence, and Norrin disembarked to find only a single being on board the invading vessel. A being older than the universe itself. A carnivore on a cosmic scale. The World Eater, Galactus. Galactus was plagued by hunger, a hunger that could only be sated by absorbing the life energy of entire planets, leaving the remains barren, lifeless husks. To spare his own world this fate, Norrin Radd proposed a bargain. If Galactus vowed to spare Zenn-La, Norrin would pledge his life to him, probing the stars for other suitable worlds. The World Eater agreed, and in order to better suit this task, Norrin Radd was remade. His body was atomically restructured and covered in a silvery substance, allowing him to survive virtually any environment, including the vacuum of space. He was given a board made of the same silvery substance, a flying vehicle that could propel Radd through the universe at unimaginable speed. In addition, his transformation instilled within him the power cosmic, allowing him to absorb and manipulate the ambient energy of the universe itself. Before departing from his homeworld with its would-be destructor, he bid farewell to his beloved Shala. Norrin Radd then took to the stars as the Silver Surfer. For many years, the Surfer served Galactus dutifully, leading him to planets which would serve his need but were devoid of intelligent life. However, as time marched on, such planets became more and more difficult to find. At the same time, Galactus subtly manipulated the Surfer's mind, suppressing his emotions and memories. Over time, this made him more willing to lead his master to populated worlds. And so, with the Silver Surfer guiding him, many more races fell victim to the hunger of Galactus. Then one day, the being known as Uatu the Watcher noticed the Silver Surfer approaching the system he was tasked with observing, the system containing the planet Earth. Breaking his oath not to interfere with the affairs of living beings, Uatu, along with Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four, attempted to conceal the Earth from Galactus's herald. However, their attempted deception proved futile as the Surfer pierced the illusion and signaled his master. Much to the Watcher's horror, Galactus had arrived on Earth. Ben Grimm, the rocky-skinned powerhouse of the Fantastic Four, struck the Silver Surfer, and while the Cosmic Invader was uninjured, he was also uninterested in the conflict, and simply allowed himself to be thrown aside. This is how Norrin Radd encountered Alicia Masters, the blind sculptress. Masters pleaded with the Surfer, insisting that humanity was worth saving. Alicia's impassioned plea stirred up the long-dormant emotions inside Norrin Radd, reminding him of how he sacrificed so much to save his own people. Meanwhile, the Watcher began concocting a plot to defend the Earth, and used his alien technology to send Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, on a journey through space to the planet-dwarfing space station that Galactus called home. As he did that, the remaining members of the Fantastic Four attempted to hold off Galactus and his robotic Punisher. While the Earthen heroes were barely able to delay Galactus, the Silver Surfer defected against his Dark Master and began defending the Earth. With his cosmic powers, the Surfer was able to distract the World Eater long enough for Johnny Storm to return from his star-spanning quest with the object Uatu had requested, a weapon of unfathomable cosmic power known as the Ultimate Nullifier. Reed Richards used the Ultimate Nullifier to threaten Galactus, forcing the World Eater to relinquish his meal. However, before departing, Galactus struck down the Surfer and erected an invisible barrier around the Earth, preventing his former herald from returning to the stars. For years, the Earth was his prison, and the Silver Surfer wandered the globe, grimly observing the foibles of humanity. Early in his exile, the Surfer was captured and his power was stolen by the Latverian dictator Victor von Doom. Doom intended to use this cosmic power to defeat the Fantastic Four, but he was tricked into colliding with Galactus's barrier, and the power returned to its rightful owner. It was also during this time on Earth that the Silver Surfer fought alongside the original Defenders, Doctor Strange, the Incredible Hulk, and Namor, the Submariner. He also faced villains during this time, including the satanic demon Mephisto. Throughout their conflicts, Mephisto has several times attempted to torment and manipulate the Surfer by capturing his beloved Shala Bal. One instance of this occurred after Reed Richards had succeeded in allowing the Surfer to penetrate the barrier, although the method used would only work once. Upon returning to Zenn-La, the Surfer discovered that his homeworld had been ravaged by a vengeful Galactus. While his former master had shown mercy enough to spare the inhabitants, the planet itself was drained of energy and dying. Furthermore, Mephisto had taken the captive Shala Bal to Earth. To save his beloved, Norrin Radd returned to Earth to confront Mephisto, trapping himself within the barrier once more. This, of course, was the demon's plan the whole time. Once the surfer was trapped, Mephisto sent Shalabal back to Zenn-La, separating the two once again. However, before she disappeared through the barrier, the surfer endowed her with enough of his own power so that when she returned to their homeworld, she could begin the process of restoring it to life. Meanwhile, Galactus found himself a new herald in Frankie Ray, a fire-powered Earthwoman who, after being given cosmic power by Galactus, became Nova. After this, Reed Richards again aided the surfer in penetrating the barrier, this time by ferrying him through on a ship without his board. On the other side, Norrin was able to use his cosmic power to dematerialize his board and pull that through as well. Then, after the surfer succeeded in rescuing Nova from imprisonment by the Skrulls, his transgressions were pardoned and Galactus made it so that the barrier around the Earth would no longer affect him or his board. The Silver Surfer was finally free to wander the starways as he saw fit. Of course, his first destination was the planet which spawned him, Zenn-La. Norrin Radd reunited with Shalabal, who, because of her work to restore their planet, had become its empress. Because of her new position and responsibilities, Shala was forced to reject Norrin's proposal of marriage. And so, the Silver Surfer once again turned his back on his homeworld and returned to the stars, finally able to freely pursue his lifelong dreams of exploration, not as a harbinger of destruction, but as a free man, and eventually, a hero. And that's the origin of the Silver Surfer. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, leave a comment, and share it on your favorite social media. As always, the issues referenced in this video are listed in the description below if you would like to read them for yourself, as well as links to other places you can find me. So until next time, true believers, Excelsior!